It's a love story as modern as they come. The actress Ellen Page saw the choreographer Emma Portner on Instagram and was instantly transfixed. Portner, a 23-year-old Canadian whose dance videos have a devoted online following, was twisting to the electro-pop music of Sylvan Esso, her large green eyes as captivating as her swaying body clad in its signature oversized black t-shirt, sweatpants, and Nike Air Max sneakers. I thought, damn, this girl is so talented and so cool, Page says. I knew right away we were both creative spirits. That was last spring. Today, the pair are married and living with Page's terrier, Patters, in a sparse, bright mid-century ranch house overlooking the Hollywood Hills. Page, whose breakthrough 2007 role in Juno, in which she played a wisecracking and disarmingly mature pregnant teen, won her an Academy Award nomination, never used to dance. Known for her cerebral, deadpan cool rather than for her physicality, Page says she would close down and be terrified at the thought. Now, the 30-year-old is a frequent presence in her new wife's YouTube and Instagram videos, and the couple have collaborated on several projects, including a video dance work for the electronic composer Juliana Barwick. In their latest piece, an exclusive performance for T, Page performs Nelly Furtado's I'm Like a Bird on her guitar while Portner dances to the melody in her gestural, inimitable style, which blends contemporary dance with ballet. Making unexpected choices is something both women have always considered paramount. Page has long been determined to develop her career on her own terms, acting in films from Marvel's X-Men franchise to indies like Drew Barrymore's Whip It, in which she played a scrappy roller derby skater. Portner, too, defies not only what a dancer is meant to look like, but also how dance is experienced, by connecting to her audiences through Instagram and YouTube instead of at traditional venues. But if both women are eclectic in their approaches, they are also disciplined in their practices. On most days, Page rises early, at 6 a.m., while Portner gets up later. After spending time at her small black box of a studio in Melrose Hill, Portner often brings home footage from her rehearsals. Although her videos feel off the cuff, some of them take hours of sketching, staging and editing. She always looks to Page for feedback, and the actress says that Portner's deliberate approach to movement, the way she uses her body to convey narrative, has changed the way she thinks about her work. Too, acting is very physical, even when it doesn't appear to be, Page says. It's about the arc of your body's language through a film. Portner, who grew up in Ottawa and studied at the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theatre, has been videoing herself dancing since she was 12. I want to make good dance accessible to the world, she says. Through social media, I've secured some awesome concert gigs. The mediums feed each other. Her fluid movements, inspired by everyone from the contemporary choreographer Crystal Pite to Michael Jackson, have earned her an audience as well as critical acclaim and attention from musicians like Blood Orange and Justin Bieber. In 2015, she co-choreographed and performed in the video for his song Life is Worth Living. Most recently, she choreographed a rock musical, Bat Out of Hell, to Meat Loaf's Greatest Hits, which had its premiere at the London Coliseum in June. She's also working on a screenplay. While Page continues to take on new roles, she's increasingly focused on producing and, eventually, directing. She and Kate Mara co-produced the Talai Shalom Ezer directed My Days of Mercy, a love story between the two actresses, which premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival in September, and she also hosts and produces Vice's award-winning travel series Gaycation, with her best friend, writer, and filmmaker Ian Daniel, in which they explore queer culture around the world. Both women find it essential to take on leadership roles in their respective fields. In dance, there really aren't many female directors or choreographers in the forefront who are really pushing boundaries, Portner says. It's important to shed light on that. When the two aren't working, they're outdoors hiking, traveling to favorite spots like Joshua Tree or attending the occasional Kings game. We're both Canadian, so of course we have to go to a hockey game, says Paige, who was born and raised in Halifax. But they are happiest, they say, when creating something together. Paige hopes to direct Portner someday soon, and despite the speed of their romance, neither are surprised by how things have turned out. I watched one of Ellen's films when I was about 12 and I remember my friends saying, "You are just like this girl," Portner says. I knew we'd cross paths someday, I just wasn't quite sure when or how.